Welcome back to trying to form a silk road. So this is silk, and this is where it exists across the world. It's sort of like a road that goes across the world making silk. Good times. So we own all of the silk provinces already, except for a couple in Persia and the Ottomans, and 2 in Japan, and 1 that we're about to get in 5 seconds from now. So I just took the provinces I need to carve my way up this coast. But they have a special national tradition of being very expensive to core, so we've been very admin power starved for a long time, and I don't want to core them. So I think I'm going to vassalize this country of you, which I can do as soon as their truce expires, and then I'll sell these provinces that I just took to you. Of course, if I sell the provinces to you, then I won't have a CB against Dali. So maybe I should do that later. Maybe for now I should just keep carving my way through the countryside. Alright, so as always we have these 3 super troopers. And we're going to spread them out throughout the lands of where we are attacking. And once they get there, we might or might not fund them, depending on whether or not we think you has any troops. They do not, so we're not going to even fund our army. Should we do 5 stacks or 10 stacks? I think we could carpet siege the entire nation with 5 stacks. But their army size is 10, so using a 10 stack would be safer. So for now, let's use unfunded 10 stacks. Oh, we'll half fund. Half funded 10 stacks. Alright, so you go here, 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 and here. Let's just get this war over with quick. So, if we could theoretically vassalize the person that we're currently at war with, I doubt that we could, but maybe they're all 1 base tax and maybe we could. We'll see. Can they be vassalized? No, 121 war score. But if we could have vassalized them, then we would be right next to this silk province, because we need to vassalize Shu in order to get that silk province. Or full annex. There are only 2 provinces, so. So since we can't get up there in a single war, we're just going to take these 2 provinces and peace out, and then we'll get these 2 provinces from Meow, and then we'll get full annex of Shu, and then we'll be done with our silk road, our road of silk. Alright, and let's take a look at managing overextension. This is too expensive. They're all too expensive. So a 7 base tax province should cost 140, but because of our war exhaustion, it costs a little bit more than 140. So these 2 provinces I can do, but these ones are way too expensive. No, this one's too expensive too. So just this one. Ormuz is the only province I have left that I'm willing to core. So to core this, we need 140. And we need to pay down our war exhaustion a little bit. Alright, war exhaustion, bye-bye. And then coring of Ormuz shall start in 1 month. Ta-da! So these are white, meaning that they've already finished the siege. Let's go chase that guy. Uh-oh, probably should have funded our army before we did that. Alright, let's fund the army and culture convert some stuff. So now he's sitting on the 1 province that I actually care about, so I can't let him sit there. Once my general is done sieging, I'll send him over to to sing songs. Doop. Everyone attack the 10 stack. Oh, stability, yay. Their people are feeling good. They're just generically feeling good. Yeah, we're feeling good. That's so weird. Like, I'm sure if I'd read it, it would have made sense, but just reading the title, like, you gain stability for your entire nation because the people of your nation are feeling good. Wait, what? No. I don't want the king of my nation in charge of this. I want this guy. Not only is he better, but he's not the king of my nation. One of his best attributes is that he's not king of anything. Alright. Spreading out. We got our little diplomats. We need to improve relations with Kashmir so that they can get better at making sweaters. Delhi because they hate me. Gujarat, we need claims on these two things, Dundar and Shekhawa. And then we need a claim on Basra from them. So Delhi would like to peace out now. They're like, you don't need to carpet siege everything. If you only wanted 2 provinces, you could have just said so. Totally fine. But I haven't sieged the province that I want, so unfortunately for them, they're just going to have to get carpet sieged. Our budget is having serious issues with our new advisor. So I'm thinking about making my army cheaper somehow. Well, let's eat through our entire reserve of money first. Because maybe one of our advisors will die, and it'll be totally fine. We definitely want to keep our admin advisor. This guy, I think we can do away with. We'll get a morale advisor. That should be cheap enough. There we go. Now we're fine. We don't need the +3 military advisor anymore because we already caught up on military tech. In fact, I think we're ahead of time on military tech still. Alright, no more coring of territory. Maybe once I get this nation, I will be able to release... Nope. Is Ming gone yet? Come on, somebody kill Ming. They're at war, so maybe someone will kill them. They're at war with Delhi? They're at war with the people that we're fighting against? That's funny. So yeah, we're ahead of tech on military. I'm gonna wait until we fight someone scary before I worry about that. Alright, we got one army that's not doing anything. You can tell because he's white. And we've culture converted some provinces. Let's keep culture converting because culture conversion is fun. And I know that we want to get to Diplo 22. And I know that the further behind we fall on Diplo, the more likely our vassals are to revolt against us. And I know that Diplo is helpful for collecting trade. And I know that just Diplo gives you stronger ships. And that at some point, if we want to fight the British Navy, we're going to need some pretty strong ships. But none of those things has convinced me that I don't want to culture convert a bunch of provinces. I like culture converting. I can't tell you why. I just do. It's fun. Because when rebels enforce their demands and steal provinces from you, if you culture converted those provinces, then you can take them right back. And if you didn't, then you can't. So I think I just want those 2 provinces because we're having overextension problems already, and we're going to get up to 24 overextension by taking these provinces. If I take one more, then I'll be able to vassalize Delhi in a single war after this, but I don't think I'm going to do that anyway, so whatever. But I'm tempted. It's only 8 more overextension. Let's do it. Alright, so these provinces do not cost a ton to convert to core, so we are going to core those right away. Now we want Guiyang. And let's start fabricating on Guiyang because we want it, so why not fabricate against it? And we're going to fabricate against Basra. And then over here, we're going to fabricate against something that begins with SH, which is all we really need to know about it. Alright, actually, we should check whether Kashmir is ready to be annexed. They are, but I think we still have the national no annexing. Yeah. No annexing till heck of a long time, so whatever. So let's fabricate against the SH province. We'll fight Guzhang for that province next after we've got all the eastern provinces. All right. Once these fabrications are done, we'll go to war again, and it shall be good times. I should probably go back west and fight Persia, but I'm having fun in the east. If we wait too long on Persia, then the Ottomans might gobble up some of their stuff, and the Ottomans are already too powerful. We don't want to be fighting the Ottomans. We have to fight the Ottomans at some point, but not soon, hopefully. Mwah. I was going to vassalize you. Do I want to vassalize you still? I know it was a plan, just to avoid coring like 4 provinces. So it did save me 40 plus 40 plus 160 plus 40. Yeah, it did save me a lot of admin to vassalize you. Do you have any allies? They do. They're allied with Tibet, Lanzang, Yi. Yi. You and Yi. And meow. Alright, we gotta take some land from Meow. Meow kitty meow. And at the same time, we will vassalize you. Well, maybe not at the same time. Maybe just afterwards. Because these armies are busy. I mean, as long as all of my armies are doing something, there's no reason to start another war and get more things from my army to do that they can't do because they're currently busy, you know? Oh, and maybe instead of vassalizing you, I could vassalize this place. Meow. They have claims on... No, never mind. They have claims on stuff I don't want to give them. But you only has cores on one of the provinces I want to get rid of anyway, so... I don't know about this, man. Excuse me. Alright. So this province is Dai Viet only, and this one is Lanzang. So I could vassalize Lanzang. Lanzang could be fed. Nah. Most of the stuff that I could feed them I already own. There's only 2 provinces that I could... 3 provinces I could give them if I took them. So vassal feeding, I mean, I've stopped vassal feeding since they made it easier to... I mean, they basically made it so that it costs 10 Diplo instead of 20 admin to vassal feed. So it's still a lot better, but it's not infinitely better the way that it used to be. You know, it used to be like 0 Diplo instead of 20 admin. So it's like, you have to vassal feed or you're an idiot. But now you can just, you know, you can spend twice as much admin as you would have on Diplo, and it's just fine. So I don't usually vassal feed, but a lot of people who go for world conquests still do vassal feed, because a discount is a discount, and when you're trying to conquer every single freaking province in the world, discounts can add up. Ta-da! Come on. If I take these 2 provinces, then I'd be most of the way to Japan. I could just beat up Wu and get 2 more provinces, and then I'd be mostly to Japan. Or 4 provinces to go up here, or 5 provinces to get up here, and then I'd be basically to Japan. We'll see. I keep saying basically to Japan over and over. Or I could full annex. Apparently I have enough war score to full annex these guys. And then I could release them as a vassal. And then start feeding them stuff like ham sandwiches. Oh, but to full annex them, I'd need to beat up Oirat, the horde of the Oirats. We've got an awful lot of rebellion going on up in these Bombani Patriotville. Do you have any other rebellions? Sometimes when your nation gets too big, you don't notice rebellions anymore. I really want to annex Delhi because I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's because of military tech. Watch. Okay. I need my next military tech, by the way. But if you look at Delhi's Liberty Desire, right? Their Diplotech is ahead of mine, so they're mad at me. They have more than 60 total base tech, so they're mad at me. And their relative power to me is 37.4%. And I have a bad diplomatic reputation. So all those things added together means that they won't fight for me anymore. And that's not cool, man. If you're going to hold more than 60 of my base tax, I would like you to use it to fight for me. Punks. Finish some cores. Alright, so now the question is, do we take the 2 provinces we want, or do we focus on getting closer to Japan? And I think the answer is we just take the 2 provinces we want. We're also going to get them to stop being allies. I guess we can't get them to stop being allies with Oirat because maybe they're already no longer allies with the Oirat. Whatever, either way, mine. It's a cheap enough core, and that's a cheap enough core. We'll core some stuff. Alright, and now it's finally time to get that Silk province and superior troops as well. A swivel cannon. How's my overextension doing? It's at 72. I finally got enough admin power to do cool admin-y type things, but I don't know. Should I just core this stuff and not worry about feeding an eastern vassal? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to feed an eastern vassal. Let's just core everything. It'll cost a lot of admin, but so be it. So now we want to fabricate against the only province we can because we have to full annex those guys. So coring it will be cheaper if we fabricate first, and then we'll beat them to death. Oh, nice. Random stability drop. I think maybe my king died or something. We better not have gotten a regency. Oh, we got a regency council. No, not a regency council. He's 9 years old. So we're going to be in a 6-year regency. Oh, what a tragedy, man. What a tragedy. So is there anything we can do during a regency council? Or should I just fast forward until it's over? I think we know the answer. 7, 4, 10, 7, 4, 10, 7, 4, 10. Yep. So can't do anything during a regency, which means time to... This diplomatic reputation is always a beautiful, peaceful-looking bird. So in 3 years, halfway through my regency, I'll be able to annex either Delhi or Kashmir. Oh, man. I hate regency. I think it'd be cool if during a regency you got like all sorts of revolts and a civil war and like the world ended and like regency was an actual threat to your government, because it doesn't make sense that your country isn't willing to go to war during a regency. If a regency is just like it gives you nothing to do, basically. It's a game and there should always be something to do during a game. Give me a 6-year period where I can't do anything. Imagine like 16-year regencies are even worse. Let's culture bomb some more provinces for fun. An awful lot of wrong culture provinces. Yay for Regency. Da 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 da. I took my kids to Pizza Putt yesterday. It's like the equivalent of Chuck E. Cheese, but in Vermont. Basically, they sell pizza and ice cream and cotton candy and cookies and brownies and just all sorts of things that little kids will die for. And then there's this big arcade, like 4 rooms full of video games, and then a huge, like a giant room bigger than like a gymnasium with a basketball court in it, full of like an inflatable, not inflatable, but you know, like a gymnasium type thing. You crawl around through it. It's like being a hamster in a hamster thing. And you go down slides and you play in a ball pit and you jump on a little bouncy thing and you can, like, it's got a jungle gym and stuff like that. Anyway, kids love Pizza Putt. And it's only, I don't know, like 22 minutes away from our house, and it's free. It's free. Can you believe that? It's ridiculous. How can it be free, you ask? Well, the way that it can be free is because all of the money you spend there is optional. It's like playing Team Fortress, you know, like you don't pay for the game, you pay for bonuses once you're there. And kids love to beg to spend money, so they make plenty of money by just getting the kids to beg their parents to spend money. So all of the games cost like $2 to play a game for 5 seconds and stuff like that. But I just take my kids there, and I'm like, I'm not going to spend any money, but run around and do whatever you want. And they love it, man. They just, like, all the walls are painted, and there are murals everywhere, and you can watch other people play video games, and you can watch the intros of video games, which are kind of neat and stuff. And, yeah, so they'll just stay there for hours and have a blast. Anyway, my youngest son, but not my youngest human, because Nora is 1, but Eli is 3, and he is so cute. Crazy cute. And he was like, hey, can we go to Pizza Putt? And I was like, sure, buddy, but not while I'm working. Wait until after work and then ask me. And then we forgot about it for a couple days. And he's like, are you done working? Like 2 days later in the middle of when I'm working. And I'm like, have you been waiting for days to ask if I'm done working? I'm working right now, buddy, but when I'm done, we can go to Pizza Putt. And then we forgot again. And so this time I was like, okay, definitely, we'll go to Pizza Putt today. So do you want to go just me and you, Eli, or do you want to take your brothers and sisters? And he said, oh, I love my brothers and sisters. I'll take them. And so they got to go, and I made sure they knew that they were going because Eli was going and he wanted to take them. So Eli's in charge, and everyone has to say thank you to Eli. And he was so cute. Super cute. Gujarat, man. I have nothing to do. I'm in a regency. It's no fun. So I'm going to improve relations with Afghanistan and the Ottomans. Ooh, the Ottomans rivaled me. That's not good. As soon as I share a border with them, they're going to kill me with 200,000 men. Can you see how much the Ottomans have expanded? Jeez. They're probably allied to Crimea, too. No, they're not quite allied to Crimea. But if we check out the military strength of everyone that I've ever heard of, the Ottomans have 200 force limits. Luckily, they don't have 200,000 sized army, but they do have 200 force limits. I have 100 force limits, which means I could make a 4th group of 21 if I wanted to. It'd be expensive, and I'm probably not going to, but I could, theoretically, in theory. Actually, during this really long period of time where I've got nothing better to do than fight rebels, I might want to decrease local autonomy everywhere. Because I hate rebels. There's nothing better to do than fight a ton of rebels, right? So let's just fight a ton of rebels. Dun 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 dun, and growing. This will make me stronger than the Ottomans. Stronger than the Ottomans. Stronger than the Ottomans. It's the goal of every girl and boy to grow up to be stronger than the Ottomans. Do 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 do. Ooh, negative 21 revolt risk. That's funny. The homeland shall be 0 autonomy. No autonomy for you, homeland. Look at that, my capital has autonomy. How do they have autonomy? How did my capital get autonomy in the first place? All right. I really gotta reread how autonomy goes up and down, because I would not have thought that my capital would ever get autonomy unless there was like a specific decision that gave it to them. And also, you'd think that the highest level of fort would decrease local autonomy. Or even, maybe increase it. I don't know. If your city has an awesome fort, maybe you're more willing to revolt over autonomy. And now it's time to annex Delhi, because screw you. So Delhi is very likely to revolt while being annexed, I think, because they've got nothing to lose now. You know, like if I'm annexing them anyway, they might as well fight for their freedom. So let's spread out my troops. I'll keep 1 in the east. I'll put 1 in the middle and 1 in the west. I'm going to defund my army if I haven't already. No, I already did. And then we'll gain some random monarch points. No problem. Delhi's got a couple of revolts going on. And after all that change to autonomy, I gained another 16 force limits for my boats and another 16 force limits for my not so boats. So that's good. So let's build another 20 trade ships. Let's check out the trade map. We got to read and see. We might as well check out some stuff. We got 91% power in Bengal. And there's nowhere for Bengal to send their trade except to where I want it to go. So I don't really need this diplomat here anymore. I don't really need... diplomat. I don't really need this merchant. I don't really need that merchant. I definitely do need the Ceylon merchant. I don't need an Indus virgin. Actually an Indus... merchant would be helpful. You could send things. No, he sends things that way. So it'd be nice to get a merchant here instead of Bengal. So we started with 61 trade power, or trade income. Now we're at 62.31. And it'd be nice to put a merchant in Malacca, I think, instead of this. Although, to be fair, if I take this merchant away, he might send stuff straight here, whereas if I send it here and then there, then it's going to increase in value quite a bit. But let's just try it. We'll take the guy out of Doab, and we'll put him in Malacca or Chengdu. Oh, we already have a dude in Chengdu. That's funny. So we'll put him in Malacca. So transfer instead of Doab. We started at 62.31, and now we have 62.15. So basically the same. Slightly worse to have him in Malacca, but whatever. We could protect Malacca theoretically. Actually, we should definitely protect Malacca. Look at that. How much? No, actually, Malacca is not sending any trade to the place we don't want it to go, so we don't really even need a dude in Malacca. So where is somebody who's sending trade to the Europeans that we don't want them to? Or collecting when we don't want them to? Looks like Malacca is collecting 14.3. I think. Yeah. Brunei is collecting in Malacca. So if we sent all of our ships to Malacca... Where's our ships? It's funny how little trade power we have in Goa, our primary node. Like, who has trade power in Goa? What the heck? Portugal, Oman, Castile, and Bamanis. We should really build, like, trade buildings so that we can get a better control over this node. So we're going to build some trade stuff. More trade buildings here and here. Oh, Susanna, won't you cry for me? It was really dumb for us to be collecting in a node we don't have full control over. We should probably collect in Bengal, because we have full control over Bengal, and then just let all this stuff just evaporate. Go down to Europe. I don't care about Europe. I don't know. Maybe we're good the way we're doing it. Heresy is fine. Nothing wrong with a little heresy now and again. So we're still at about 63 trade power. Our changes didn't really make us very much money. We made like $1. No big deal. Ooh, our advisors are dead. So it'd be nice to have a +2 advisor here. Ooh, and I can finally focus admin again. Of course, with the Regency, I don't really need to focus admin. But, you know. It'd be nice to actually get an admin tech instead of spending all my admin coring stuff. Alright, now speaking of spending administrative power on important fun little gambits, let's build temples everywhere. Courthouses especially, but temples too. Alright. I wish there was a build all button. So the reason I'm building these is because they're -1 revolt risk, and revolt risk is the primary focus of somebody who's planning to have an extremely large stretching nation. If your nation stretches out enough, you will cry every time a revolt happens because you have to go look at it. It's a pain in the booty. Lots of booty pain associated with it. Alright, so these dudes, we have claims on the provinces we want. We have claims on the Persian provinces that we want. We have a claim on the Silk province up here that we want. We should probably get... I don't know if we're going to full annex you or if we're going to vassalize them. I think in order to keep expanding towards Japan, we need to full annex you. So let's fabricate some claims against you. Lim Chow. And improve relations with anyone who doesn't like us but almost likes us and that we'd never plan to fight again. Like Mewar, it's fine, and Afghanistan would be fine. Mewar and Afghanistan will convince you that we're good dudes. That's not really essential because we could take the entire world at once in a fight. No big deal. But it's fine. We should rely more on trade income. Now this, I've never succeeded at this. I know how. I've read some AARs from people who have gotten this quest completed, but in general, yeah, it's not gonna work for me. So when my regency is finally up, I will beat up Gujarat. Do they have any allies? They're allied to Persia, so I'll just attack Persia and call Gujarat a co-belligerent. I just want these two provinces so that I can connect to the land I'm about to take from Delhi. Looks like I've got a king. Alright. So I can also take just this one province, and then I would have a connection to the Delhi land, and then I wouldn't have to... Ooh, you know, I could peacefully vassalize this province. Not that I want to go through all that hassle just for one province. I could easily use my boot to take... I would like to use my boot to take that province. Thank you. Alright, so we're finally out of the Regency, and that's going to be the end of this episode. Next episode, lots more wars against Persia for sure, and other people for maybes. Persia's allied to Oman, Kilwa, and Gujarat, and they have a vassal of the Ossington. Alright. And we're also going to fight Shu, who's allied to Wu and Huai. See ya.